One more time for Season 6 of this Let's Make a Soccer Team playthrough. This could be the last time we see several of our veteran players play, if they even get to play, because we do have a pretty tense league situation. We are potentially going to have Gary Binns with a light injury as a wild card. In his current condition, I don't think he's worth playing quite yet, but give it another week and he may be able to play as well as a healthy player would. Did one more round of condition training before this last stretch, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough because we do have Gelsenkirchen this time around. They still have that Oliver Kahn regen. And Schalke, who I swear I'm not calling them Gelsenkirchen on purpose. I'm not rage baiting you, Nexus. It's just I see the name on the game and call it like that. Oh, Ruta. Oh, saved. Some half chances, but nothing concrete so far, as I don't know why Dobner backed off of that. He was about to claim it. Instead, we have this. Okay, he catches it anyway. Oh, that on the other hand, that we need to offside trap that realistically. And in fact, the center of our defense had, but Erdmann on the right did not play. Oh, Ryan, you've got to do better than that. No, we're going to get away with that. Dobner is otherwise doing a pretty good job keeping us in it, but if we don't get anything going, then we don't have a way of actually winning the game. And Erdmann's just standing there menacingly. And that last ball is out. Which means Schalke get a chance to pressure Bremen for the title. And we may have seen our hopes of reaching the International Club Cup wrecked. I think I forgot to rest Binns, which means he's not actually going to gain any further recovery from his injury on this turn. And that in turn means he might not be as fit for the last two games as he could have been. You'll notice I'm giving Dobner more chances. I've noticed Gießen is pretty much as good as he's going to get. Hasn't really grown this season. Dobner's got more potential. He's probably going to be our long-term number one. And Christian Nicht might become the new backup. Erdmann. Oh, Schenk's going to get it from a very tight angle. The game could hardly believe it. It hitched for a moment. I didn't show you the table, but I can tell you that our rivals did lose the previous game as well. So I was about to say we were in good position, but that is no longer the case, and now we need another piece of brilliance at some point in this game if we want to get all 3 points. Oh, there's something. Really nice through ball. Ryan. Does not Ryan touch it. Tucks it away nicely. Oh, and another through ball. Helmersberger. Oh, he's got no speed. He at least draws the foul. And Ludwig puts it in. Oh, we're not done yet, though. De Jong had an open goal. I'd like to think that we can at least get through. Yeah, especially with a save like that. We can get through the rest of the game without conceding 2. And in the end, we were able to dribble out the clock. They're not going to get 1. That puts us a lot closer to being able to finish higher than 10th. We'll see how the other teams have fared after the next fixture. But before that, it looks like we're finally going to have to talk to Spall about amend. And I don't really mind transfer listing amend, so I'm going to honor Spall's promise. And yeah, as nice as it would have been to have had amend for one more season given the transitional state of our defensive core, we were going to move on from him eventually. And then if it turns out Spall is being a bit of a pillock, I could always delist amend and list Spall instead. Important game for us. It's Wolfsburg at home, a team we can definitely beat, and I'm banking on our ability to do so because I don't back ourselves against Bremen. They are playing really well this season. Oh, that's a good play. There was a rare shot taken on goal that was cleared out. Or Nosk with some space. Does not put in a good shot though, and Geeson is able to collect it easily. Oh, that's really poor, but the shot is even poorer. Naziri is going to regret that. Late in the contest now. Wolfsburg probably the better team since the goal, except their shooting has been horrible, as you can see. Oh, precise passing has been the difference maker here. This no goal that Beinel follows up on his own shots. And that will be very useful for our goal difference if there's a points tie at the end. Erdmann with an excellent cutout of that clearance and precise passing, and later on Muller setting up Beinel beautifully. Spol's promise has been taken care of. Should be happier from this point on, and if he's not, I'm going to be cross at him. Okay, he's happy. He's not upset with any other players, so we should be good to go. And Amand, we've got players waiting in the wings in the Youth Academy who can fill the role of backup defender for a bit. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and anyone not covered by those designations, Bremen has already won the Bundesliga, and we are in a dead heat with the other Leipzig. Unfortunately, a Dorks team has Bielefeld, so I have to assume they're going to get at least a draw and probably a win, which means we have to beat the German champions if we want to get into Europe. It's not going to be easy though, because it's an away game, and Bremen are not resting their first string lineup despite having already wrapped up the title. The good news is that their midfield is kind of fatigued. We may be able to take advantage of that. Binz is on the bench. I don't necessarily see myself subbing him on, but he may come in if I need a goal. Oh, off the post. We're lucky to get away with that because Geeson was beaten. Oh, we're not going to get away with that one, though. Schulz comes in with the goofy R bicycle. He does manage to save that one. Got to keep this manageable because we need at least a draw. Because a draw would at least force AS Leipzig to win their game against Bielefeld if they want to leapfrog us. So since we need a goal, I'm going to go on the offensive and sub Binz on, even though he's still a little hurt. Doesn't seem to be doing much so far, though. He's touched the ball a couple of times, but there's been no one in support, and he's been dispossessed. Oh, Schenk trips over for some reason. I think that's that, because, yeah, Bremen's going to take it. They were the better team all season, and now we're waiting on the result of a match that I don't think is going to go our way. Yep, 2-1 to AS, which means we lose that opportunity. We still come 9th in the league. It's our first top half finish of the playthrough, and promising signs that we can potentially get into Europe next season because we weren't that far away from Berlin. We also pick up enough prize money that I can at least consider getting that stadium upgrade, though I may want to wait until I've seen the June financial reports. Fortunately, Lorenzadorf gets one more year at least of being able to laud that he finished ahead of us. But going back to the stadium, remember that by my rules, even if the game would permit it, I'm not allowed to go into the red at all. Last order of business before we head into June, on the subject of a replacement fullback, Grossman has won the battle to be called up. He has more potential than the other options. And this is going to put us at 25, and it's only at the end of the season that we drop back down to 21. I think it's time we use 13. Superstitions and all that, but it's just lines of code in a game. It's not going to make a difference what number I give to my players. Oops, I'm breaking the fourth wall. As you can see, we have Europe on in this next month. Better make that 20 because it looks like Offenbach wants amends. And I'm inclined to let him go, but I'm going to see if I can get a little extra out of him because I did see that his value was 500,000. 400 seems a bit of a low ball. Spol is going to be in the Euro 2012 squad. I'm not sure he's going to get much game time. He's still not that good of a player overall, but it'll be good experience for him. In England, Manchester became league champions. This is their first title in my playthrough, and now all 4 of the big 4 have at least one title. The English Cup went to Chelsea. France goes the way of Lille. They now have 4 league titles in a row and must be on the verge of becoming a world-famous club. Then again, maybe not, because Lyon did win the cup this year, and the cup does have quite a bit of weight to it. As for Italy, Fiorentina with the major upset. Yeah, usually you see one of the Milans or Juventus taking it. As seen here, AC Milan-Juventus Cup final. Whoa, that would have been a wild result if only Athletic Bilbao could have turned one of those draws into a win. But as it stands, FC Barcelona are the league champions. They managed to beat Real Madrid to both titles, as a matter of fact. Penalty kicks in the Spanish Cup. Checking back in on Langerak's Happy Hunting Club, Alkmaar fall just short again. Ajax managed to regain supremacy. PSV, however, may have done enough to just cling on to their world-famous spot by winning the Dutch Cup, but there's only 2 positions separating the two in the club rankings. Euro Club Cup, Manchester, Yes, they ended up in this group of death and just got knocked out by Bayern and Lyon before cleaning up in the Euro Cup. But Porto now have their 2nd Champions League, and that also means 6 European champions in 6 seasons. I'm counting Porto's 2004 victory as their first. Offenbach have agreed to amend at 500,000, so I put 100,000 into the foreign branch and just barely below what we would have needed to afford the new stadium, and that's not including the salaries we have to pay out this coming month. Oh dear. Well, it looks like Germany hasn't won, but who has won then? Let's go through it, starting with how Germany fared. Made it to the knockouts, made it to the final, and got beaten by the Netherlands. And you'll notice that of all the players that are leaving us, Stuckenschmidt retirement, Amends, Rhein, and Helmersberger to new clubs, and Lynn Patner just not renewing his contract. They're all declining pretty heavily. That's why I had no real issues with getting rid of Amend, because I was going to have to replace him anyway, sooner rather than later. As a whole, I think our team can only get better from this near miss at making it into Europe. 9th place is good. I will finally build that 30k stadium once I get the sponsor money in, and I will finally bump up my ad costs so we can actually start filling our stadium with fans and getting more fans in general.